data? No problem. Zabu allows you to buy or sell securities on the Altex exchange from anywhere in Uganda via USSD. Step 1. To buy, dial *292#. Step 2. Select buy. Step 3. Select the product you would like to buy. For example, bonds. Step 4. Select your preferred maturity year. Step 5. Select the bond you would like to buy. Step 6. Input an amount of 15,000 Ugandan shillings or more. Step 7. Your order has been forwarded for processing. And finally, Step 8. Your order has been confirmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Smart 24 TV, and this is the Financial Markets with your host Gloria. Today I have a rather distinguished guest who brings a wealth of knowledge in terms of the decentralized markets and metaverse and blockchain. Please welcome Ivan. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, please. Could you talk about yourself, your profile?
My name is Ngendahayo Ivan, blockchain enthusiast and metaverse expert. Yeah.
Okay, Ivan, so how did you get interested in metaverse in the first place?
Okay, I came to know about metaverse when I was working somewhere, and recently the former Facebook Meta rebranded itself to Meta. So that's when I kept interest in it. Learned about it, and that's what I do most of the time.
So you've been following up with the development of metaverse?
Yes, yes.
So me and my viewers would love to know, what is metaverse in the first place? Okay. When someone says metaverse, what are they talking about?
Okay, metaverse is came from two words, meta and verse. Meta means beyond imagination, and verse came from universe. So if we combine the two words, we get metaverse.
Metaverse.
Yes.
So what is the implication of metaverse when it comes to the decentralized financial systems?
Okay, so we can, first of all, I would like to first explain what is metaverse in full.
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, so metaverse, these are three-dimensional virtual spaces whereby users can interact with, between themselves or between a computer-generated environment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a way of accessing the virtual world. Yes.
How do you access this virtual world?
So we access the virtual world using smart devices. The most common one is virtual reality headset.
Okay.
Yes.
Please explain more about it.
Okay. So when I want to access the virtual world, I have to put on some of the gadgets that we have here, like these ones for Meta, Oculus Quest 2. You put it on, then you have access to a virtual world.
Please feel free to demonstrate for us.
Okay, so these are VR headset. These are controllers. This is for the right hand, and this is for the left hand. So here at the controller, we have some of the buttons that we use to interact with the virtual space. Yes. Or you can also use a laptop, you can use a phone, but you don't get a immersive experience like the one who is using the VR headset.
Okay, Ivan, let's talk about its implications.
Okay, so metaverse can be used practically in everything that we have here in the real world. It can be used in health, it can be used in education, it can be used in construction, architecture, real estate, sales and marketing, yeah, and most important, entertainment.
Entertainment. Okay. So how is metaverse related in the blockchain?
Okay, so we have some of the virtual land. I could say we call them virtual land.
Virtual land.
Yes, that are listed on blockchain, meaning anyone can have access to them wherever they are. Yes.
And how can anyone access these virtual lands you're talking about?
Okay, so This virtual land, they have like website, they have some of them, they have their own VR headset whereby you can access them by buying their gadget. Yes.
Okay, so what's the relevance of these VR and AR technologies when it comes to metaverse?
Okay, in metaverse we use 4 technologies.
For technologies?
Yes, we have virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and extended reality. So it depends on which content you want to have or which experience you want to have. It depends on the user case you're having it for.
On the user case.
All right.
You could give us a slight insight on all those realities. Yeah.
Okay, so virtual reality, it's whereby you are in the virtual world and represented by what we call avatar.
An avatar.
An avatar. That's your representation in virtual world. That's you in the virtual world. Okay. So for augmented reality, this is whereby let me give you a simple example. You go in a supermarket. Here you see that tag, price tag, and also the ingredients. Let's say if you want to buy an article that has ingredients inside, and you read through it. So imagine accessing a supermarket. You are here and you want to access a supermarket in Dubai. So you put on this headset, then you put the option of augmented reality, and you are able to view what is that supermarket. It also give you the ingredients, the price tag, everything.
All that in metaverse.
In metaverse.
Okay.
Another example, let's say you are in a supermarket. You want to buy something, but you don't know exactly in deep what it is. We always Google it. Want to find out more about that product. You get. So with the augmented reality, it gives you immediately. You click on it, then it gives you this was made by this, the price, something like that. And then mixed reality, it's whereby you mix the real world and the virtual world. Let's say you're having a meeting, okay? And you want to have it to show people where you are in your living room. You can model simple stuff. You can model the area you are in and you import it to the metaverse, meaning we are combining the real world and the virtual world. That's mixed reality. Yes. Then for extended reality, it's somehow a little bit similar with augmented reality. It's usually used in agriculture and in those developed countries to see how the ground is, if they want to plant something like that.
So all that can happen in the metaverse?
It can happen in a metaverse.
So for instance, I want to let me say buy land, access land in the metaverse.
Okay.
What process am I going to go through?
Okay, so when we talk about virtual land in metaverse, we first have to understand the major companies that are in that area, because you are buying their land. They created virtual land. So some of them you can go to their website and have access to their land. Yes, you can purchase, you can attend a concert, you can tour, you can have fun, do anything that we really do in the real life.
Okay, so there's something about stable coins in the metaverse. So there are risks, there are implications of the stable coins, but we could start with what are stable coins in the metaverse. Okay, so
the stable coins, these are coins that are pegged by the dollar, fiat currency. Okay. It could be a dollar or it could be a euro or another currency. So that one, it's used within there, because when we are in the metaverse, some of the platforms, we don't use the real money that we have here. We use what we call digital currencies. Yes. I could give you an example of the famous one. It's called Decentraland. When you are touring or visiting or you are in their land, you use a token or a cryptocurrency called mana.
Okay.
To purchase either services or goods or product, something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's intriguing. So, okay, so how is this metaverse promoting financial sustainability? Okay,
so I could say this is a new industry. This is a new industry, not only in Africa, but worldwide. When former Facebook changed to Meta, towards the end of 2021, we saw an increase of market valuation of metaverse in 2022. It was up to 65 billions. But this year we are seeing it up to 82 billions. Then by 2030, it could be 1.5 trillion market valuation of the whole metaverse industry. So it's still early.
The metaverse is already here.
It's already here. People are using it. People are benefiting from it. Yeah.
Are there some examples of companies that are working with metaverse?
Okay, well, locally
in Uganda as per now.
Okay, so we have Airtel. We have another company called Nilo One and Metro Plus Labs. Yeah.
Only?
Others we are onboarding them.
Still onboarding?
Yes. There is also another real estate company that we are working with. We are putting their content in metaverse. So whereby if you want to buy or to rent their houses, you don't have to tour the house that is in this area, another area you get. So you just have to, you go to their office, you put on the VR headset, and you are able to tour all their construction sites.
Do I have to pay for that?
No, that's a free services for them because you are treated as a client, their client. Yes.
So when it comes to metaverse, what are the dangers of it?
Okay, so thank you for asking that question. You know, in this world that we are in, where especially when we are using smart devices, we are exposed to hackers, or also because it's a new industry. Some of the company that are in fintech, they have never dealt with this. They have to, let's say, okay, so let me repeat it again. Some of these companies that you see that are in this industry, they are new companies, and managing a fintech company, it's not that simple. Let's say you've bought a land in a decentralized land or in a private company, you get, and they go, let's say they have issues with the government, they have issues with regulators, so it can easily affect you. If you are the owner of that land, you can lose it. Those are some of the dangers that we could face in the metaverse. And also, there is a case that happened whereby some people, they stole other people's identity. Because like I said, you are in the metaverse, you are using what we call avatars.
So there is also identity theft?
Yes, something like that.
Is it some sort of video game?
No.
Some sort of, so how does it work? Because when you talk about avatars, profiles, I'm imagining the gaming world.
So the avatars, these are representation of yourself within the metaverse. It's that you in the metaverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so could we talk about the staging mode of the metaverse development? Okay,
right now I could say that we are still at the early stages. We are still improving. There is a lot to do. I could just give you a slight example with some of the languages that we use to build these applications of the metaverse. They are not taught at any university that I know within the country.
So where do you learn from?
For us, we have to get online courses from outside. I could give you an example of two languages called Solidity and C++. So if you move around this, like the whole East Africa, you could not find any university that is giving those courses. So it's still very early, and there's a lot to do, there's a lot to improve. Yeah.
All right. So where will metaverse be like by 2030?
Like I said earlier, it's going to be having market valuation of 1.5 around there trillion dollars. 2030. So which means that, but right now we are still at 82 billion.
Yeah, I have a question though. There's something you talked about of meta and verse.
Okay.
Yeah, could you talk about meta?
Okay. So meta, like I said, it's beyond
Your
nature,
imagination.
beyond your imagination. Yeah. And also the famous Meta, we know now it's Facebook, the former Facebook.
So why did they come up with meta in particular?
It's because that's where they are seeing the world is heading.
Okay. And so what is a metaverse object?
Okay. I could say that it's a way of trying to ease the life that we are having. Let's say, let me give you an example. You want to do a tour, let's say in tourism. You want to tour let's say, any tourist site here, and what you do, you just have to put on this, and you access from someone who has uploaded it there.
And you do it virtually?
Virtually. So it's a way of simplifying things and life and everything, and also minimizing the costs that we put in some of the gadget that we use. I could give you an example in education. We usually, when we're at school, we use labs for chemistry, for biology, for what, but within this one, you can access the lab and do the same thing in the real world and interact with chemical product. So instead of buying them at school or a university, any institution, buying them and put them there, they can just buy this headset and subscribe for some of the company that can give them access to this. And their students don't have to, they can just be in class and access the lab virtually and interact with the chemical subject any way they want.
This whole metaverse, where did it originate from?
Okay, it first came from an author. He's called Neil Stephenson in 1992 in his novel. He wrote a novel, a fiction novel, whereby he was saying something like human accessing virtual world. Is the one who came up with the word avatar even, something like that. So that's where it first came from. But in early 2000 it was there, not that much. 2015, 2016, some companies started really investing in it.
Which company was that?
It was Decentraland, Sandbox, Roblox, Microsoft. Yeah. But it really came to attention of very many people when Facebook rebranded to Meta. Yeah.
So you talked about Microsoft. So what is the Microsoft Mesh and the way it is accompanied by this whole metaverse situation? Okay,
right now I think they are in the top 10 companies that are in metaverse, and they have their gadgets, they like virtual headset, they have lamps. Yeah, they are really doing a lot in the industry.
So how is Microsoft Metaverse synchronizing with Active Directory and data sources?
Okay, so I could say that these days, I don't know whether you've seen recently something to some people were talking about a coin called WorldCoin.
Yeah.
Whereby they were scanning people. That's a way of collecting data. So Microsoft is doing it in a different way.
So hold on. So also WorldCoin is part of Metaverse?
No, you ask about collecting data. Yes, so that's what they are doing.
Okay.
But Microsoft is doing it in a different way, whereby you subscribe to their platforms and you are able to access their virtual land.
So like how will this metaverse come to like transform businesses and various industries?
Okay, so
because clearly there's a future with it.
Yes, it can. Okay, let me also give you an example in healthcare industry. Let's say training. Before you do surgeries, like in the training schools, people nowadays, especially in those developed countries, they first use virtual assets. They go in a laboratory room and they interact with a patient virtually before they go to the real patient in the real world. You first get a certificate there.
Okay.
Then you can come and implement it in the real world. Yeah. So that's how it's affecting the health care industry, by training people, like before they go to the real world, they first have trainings here. And also recently there is a company in India called Photon VR. For them, what they do, let's say they want, some people want to do some operation within Uganda. They can hire a specialist, the other side, a doctor, or I don't know much about those terms of those people. So he comes and attend the operation live. But for him, he's in virtual world, but they are seeing him as an avatar. He can help them out. He can tell them, do this, add on this, something like that.
All right, so let's have a short break as we come back to talk about how this metaverse is influencing finance in the real world. Thank you.
Smart 24, driving business.
Cooking oil like no other makes your meal so sweet and scrumptious. The taste of Uganda, yeah, the taste of Uganda, the taste of Uganda.
Say goodbye to paperwork and travel costs. Now every MTN customer can register to invest in securities anytime and anywhere with Zabu in a few simple steps. Step 1. Dial *292#. Step 2. Select option 1. Register with Zabu. Step 3. Enter your full names. Step 4. Enter your national identification number. Step 5. Enter your national identification card number. In 24 hours, you will receive an SMS confirming your registration. Congratulations, you are now ready to invest. Smart 24, driving business. No data, no problem. Zabu allows you to buy or sell securities on the Altex exchange from anywhere in Uganda via USSD. Step 1. To buy, dial *292#. Step 2. Select buy. Step 3. Select the product you would like to buy. For example, bonds. Step 4. Select your preferred maturity year. Step 5. select the bond you would like to buy. Step 6. Input an amount of 15,000 Ugandan shillings or more. Step 7. Your order has been forwarded for processing. And finally, Step 8. Your order has been confirmed.
All right, thank you for tuning in to Smart 24. Welcome back. Let's talk about the various applications being developed in Metaverse worldwide, Mr. Ivan.
Okay, right now the most common ones are related to entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, we have also in entertainment, and we have like I said, in health industry, architect and construction, sales and marketing. Yeah.
So are there particular applications being developed worldwide?
Yes.
Like?
Applications in terms of?
Like apps.
Okay. Yeah. So all these companies that I've just given you, all of them have apps. By the way, you can also access the virtual world using a phone, using a laptop, like I said, but you don't get more immersive experience like the one using this. So all these companies, they have applications, they have website, they have softwares, yeah, something like that.
Okay, there's something about Apple.
Oh,
in the metaverse.
Okay.
Give us a
so Apple is also among the companies that are really doing it big in the metaverse, and they recently released their own VR headset, which is somehow smaller to this one. Okay. In a small size, and for now it has it costs around $3,500 US dollars. Imagine having one gadget like that. That's around 12 million Ugandan shillings.
So metaverse is apparently a multi-collateral reserve. Could you explain how this functions in the decentralized financials?
Okay, so right now we have two ways of having land or coming up with metaverse companies. Some of them are listed on what we call blockchain. Those ones are so decentralized, they are accessible by anyone. They are not controlled by any entity like a society or a company, because by the way, also China is going to put in metaverse one of their city. But with decentralization, you have anyone has access to it. It's not controlled by anyone or a government or I don't know. Then about there is another one, the ones I was saying, like Roblox, like Microsoft. Those ones, meaning they are centralized. They are controlled by Roblox. They are controlled by Apple, Meta. So we have two ways.
Okay.
Yes, decentralized ones and centralized ones.
So what is Metaverse's innovative approach to reshaping the financial markets?
I think I said something related to that. It's the way that it's really impacting every sector of life that we're having right now. Yes.
So how is this going to reshape the financial markets?
Obviously, whenever something new comes in, those are other opportunities that are coming in for entrepreneurs, business people, and employment. So if I want to build a land there or a virtual world, of course I have to hire people that know that how to build those softwares. That's money circulating among people. You get what I mean? Yes.
I'm trying to just formulate on it.
Okay. Yeah. So that basically that's how it's impacting the real life where we are. Yeah.
So for a trader dealing in other financial instruments, stocks, currencies, whatever, commodities.
Okay.
Yeah, how is this thing going to really reshape that?
For a trader?
Yeah.
Currently, we can also, by the way, trade their tokens, their currencies, that some of those virtual world they use. Like I said, decentralized. They have a token called Mana. So people nowadays are trading them. There is also another one called Sandbox. And it has a token called Sand. People are trading them. So in 2021, when Facebook rebranded to Meta, people who had invested in those tokens, especially those two, because those are the major ones, Sand and Mana, they made a lot of money. Like there I'm talking about for the traders. Yeah. Because it peaked that much and people made a lot of money.
So could you give us more importances of this thing?
Okay, so basically, like I said, when you talk about metaverse and its application in the real life, understand the way that it's somehow improving the gadget we have already. Because right now we usually use what we call 2D, two-dimensional. Imagine experiencing whatever you're having on your phone, on your PC, as if you were there. You get what I'm saying? Like it's 360. You are watching a movie, for instance, on a TV. Imagine watching it as if you were there in person. Maybe you are watching for an advert on TV. They are talking about this car, they are talking about this. Imagine having an experience as if you were there. You are in that car. Not only seeing it on screen, but you are in that car. You have an experience in that car.
But you're like
But you are home.
Okay.
Yes. So Metaverse has come to improve or add on what we already have in terms of 2D, two dimensions. Yes.
All right. So there's something about recently concerning Absa and Airtel, and there's something with the AI development you guys were trying to do.
Okay. So there we had a partnership with Airtel, and what we did, we were talking about how the 5G is going to impact the metaverse industry that we're having right now. Because we've been having a challenge to, let's say, because metaverse uses internet, and let's say you are interacting with someone who is not here, who is in those West countries, and for them they have high-speed internet, and for us here we are using 4G. So, but with 5G we are going to have more immersive and efficiency, speed internet. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do with them, and also we were trying to create their virtual world for metaverse. Some people can have access to their virtual world or virtual gallery about Airtel, and they have, whenever they have arts, people can have that experience.
All right. So you said metaverse solves all these real use cases and all, but you mostly talked about the health side. Yeah. What of other industries?
Like which one?
Let me say the manufacturing industries. Let me say financial industries.
Okay. So for the manufacturing industry, I could talk about there is something South African people are doing in metaverse. I saw they have a company, and for them, they give you access to the product that are being manufactured in China. And you have an experience whereby you see this is how the product was created from zero to its late stage. Yeah. So those ones, that's how they are providing their services.
So So are there any regulators for the metaverse?
Yes, of course. Those ones are government and some other regulations, institutions. You cannot come up with a land and implement it in a country without a permission. And there are some areas whereby if you have, you can have access to this land, but when you go to another country, you cannot have access to it because their rules and regulations don't allow that, or they don't have permit to work from that area. Yes.
So do we have any examples of those regulatory bodies governing the metaverse?
Yeah, there is SEC for US, that's the most common one. Yeah. Others are just government institutions.
So do we have one in Uganda as per now as we speak?
I think it's there, but we have, because for us we are still in early stages, we have not yet been able to.
So right now in Uganda I can buy land in the metaverse without being regulated?
Yes, right now you can buy it. Right now you can buy it. I bought one in some platform called Next Earth. Yes, when I was here.
So how will personal privacy be protected in this whole metaverse system? Now, for a situation whereby there are not yet any regulatory bodies, so how sure am I that my personal details are protected?
Yeah. Okay. So there, when you are in a metaverse, you can use any name that you have, that you want. You cannot just reveal your identities. There is a way of hiding your identities, and also if you're in avatar, you decide to be who you are. You can decide to, like the way we see in video games, you can decide to be anyone that you want. You don't have to have the figure that you have in the real life. So there you are protected because people don't know you exactly, unless you want to reveal yourself within the platform.
So in a metaverse world, what could be the best stocks I could invest in?
You could Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Roblox.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the major ones.
So metaverse index?
Right now I'm not so sure about it. Yes.
We have nothing about it?
It's there, but I haven't checked about it.
So do you think metaverse could be the future?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I really believe strongly that it could be the future, because if we were talking about, okay, right now people say that no, these gadgets are big. Imagine carrying them, putting them on. But if you check the ones for Apple, it's small size.
It's something portable.
Yes.
Is it
not that much, but they are saying that by 2028 they will be having something like dark shades.
Oh.
Yes.
So is it possible to get a job in the metaverse?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Like let's say for developers who can build softwares, 3D animators, and also marketeer, sales people. Yeah.
How do those people relate to the metaverse?
Okay, so like I told you earlier, you want to buy something in a supermarket in Dubai, and there is a way that you can design. Some people give you a tour of what is there.
Okay, let's say for an example, there's, let me say, a company has bought land in a metaverse.
Okay.
They've built something there. So how will employees be able to access this? Will they also have to buy this, or is it provided maybe by their company?
So what they do, they can record them and put them there, put just their videos inside there. So whenever a person comes in, you can interact with their avatar. So they don't have to be there all the time.
Don't have. So okay, could you talk about how we could sell real estate in the metaverse?
Okay, so that one, it comes in two ways. One way is from designing buildings or constructions. Let's say you want to build something, a house, and they first see how it will start from the foundation up to the up there. So they can give you a peek. You can first know, you first understand where you're going to live, how it's going to be, how it's going to look like. You first get an experience of it. You get what I'm saying? And also another way, it's for interior design. You can first put it on. You see, I'll go with this color. You can change colors. I'll go with this color. I'll go with this. This one has to be here. This one will be here. Then when they are doing the real thing in the real world, they already know what you want. Yes. Or let's say you have a real estate company and you want people to tour your constructions. They can just come to your office, and instead of going here, there, moving around with them, or just showing them on a magazine, they can put on the headset and tour the location until they decide we want to go with this. So, like the way now, we want, in whatever we do, we want to be represented virtually. Like we want to have social media that like marketing for ourselves. Social media, having a website, having an app. So it's going to come a time whereby any industry, or let's say that we're talking about real estate, like they always have to have this. Instead of only having magazines, having a screen projecting their project, having social media pages, they can also have this, and people tour their houses using this.
Okay, so you said something about the decentralized and the sandbox. So how do I join? For instance, now you could talk to our viewers out there.
Okay, so if you want to join or have access to or want to tour those areas, what you do, you go to a website called OpenSea.
Okay.
OpenSea, there is a section for virtual world. So if you click on them, you have access to those virtual world. They take you directly where you are to their website, and you can easily log in using your PC, using your phone. But like I said, when you're using this, you have more experience.
So do you think buying land in Metaverse is a good investment?
It's a very good investment. It's a very good investment. You can hire it, you can sell it, something like that.
So right now, as an investor, I could just invest in land?
Yes, you can buy a land and leave it there for 2 years or 3 years.
Okay, so what process would I go through?
The process, you go to their, most of them, okay, this is how it started. Because right now, people are used to website, people are used to apps. That's the portal to access their virtual world. You can use the website, you can use their app, then they take you directly. There you will see, if you enter, there is an option of entering as a guest or entering as someone who already has something there. So you can enter as a guest and you tour around. You will see the way we see, like when we're touring here, you can see a poster, land for sale, land for hiring. You can tour and do that. So if you click on it, they'll give you the price tag, the contacts of those people, and then you pay, and
So what are some of the biggest players in this metaverse?
Biggest players, there is Meta.
Meta itself?
Meta.
Okay.
Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Decentraland, and Sandbox. Those are the major ones.
So how do you think metaverse is going to affect our lives?
It's already affecting our lives. It's already affecting our lives. Like I said, it's the way of improving the way we live, the way we interact, the way we purchase stuff, the way we study, the way in every area of
so
life.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ivan, and thank you our viewers for watching this. This has been an insight on the metaverse. We'll be back with more and more. Thank you for watching Smart 24.
No data, no problem. Zabu allows you to buy or sell securities on the Altex exchange from anywhere in Uganda via USSD. Step 1. To buy, dial *292#. Step 2. Select buy. Step 3. Select the product you would like to buy. For example, bonds. Step 4. Select your preferred maturity year. Step 5. Select the bond you would like to buy. Step 6. Input an amount of 15,000 Ugandan shillings or more. Step 7. Your order has been forwarded for processing. And finally, Step 8. Your order has been confirmed.